All right, well, hello everyone. Welcome to Sleepy Hollow Sports Park. Got exciting news that we're going to be talking about today. My name is Rich Leopold. I'm the director for Polk County Conservation Board, and we're here today to talk about the transition, if you will, of Sleepy Hollow Sports Park to Polk County Conservation. So we've been working on this for a while, a couple of years here, talking about it and looking at how this transition was going to go. We're really excited about the history that this place brings. I'm going to talk for a little bit, and then we're going to ask Supervisor Tom Hawkinsmith to share a few words, and then Rick and Mary Flatt, which a lot of you know that have been running this for nearly 3 decades now. So as far as the park itself, for Polk County Conservation, this is perfectly situated. One of our big things is outdoor recreation, and we've needed something on the east and south side for winter recreation. This is perfect. The tubing and the snowboarding will continue. We're going to be looking into cross-country skiing and snowshoeing using the lodge here as outfitters. We're looking into possibly even downhill that we're going to be doing out here. We're going to be continuing the state fair camping like they have been doing quite a few years here. We're also going to be building a full service campground, 60 sites, that's going to be out here on the grounds. As far as trail systems, the Gailey-Wilson Trail that we operate is just on the other side of the railroad tracks. We're going to be making a trailhead here that will hook this park to Pleasant Hill, Altoona, downtown Des Moines, Carlisle, the world. We also have 4 Mile Creek, which runs through this property, which is perfect for us. We operate the 4 Mile Creek Greenway, which is not just the greenway itself, but a water trail. So we're going to be putting in an entrance to the water trail here too. On the grounds itself, the pond, we're going to be enlarging and enhancing, and it'll be open for family fishing. We're even investigating whether we can do ice skating in the winter. That would be kind of cool. So we're looking at a number of different things and improvements that we're going to do here as we transition. Now, just a little bit about the timeline. It's going to take a while. So right now, we've signed the deal. It's going to happen. The Rick and Mary Flatt are going to be running Sleepy Hollow with all activities through the end of this year with no changes. Next year, 2022, Rick and Mary still run everything all the way through. Everything stays the same. We're going to be doing designing, engineering, having people running around, going with the public and deciding what amenities we're going to build around here, doing a fundraising campaign. We know that the improvements, whether it be ADA accessibility or a new shower house or whatever, is going to cost some money. So all of that is happening next year, 2022. 2023, this place will be a mess. We're going to be having the backhoes and the skid loaders and everything out here. We're going to be making the improvements, but all activities will continue. So the Renaissance Fair, the Scream Park, Cosmic Kingdom, Rick and Mary will still be running all of that through 2023. Come the end of 2023, with the winter sports season, we should be done. Our campground will be open, and then Polk County Conservation will take over operations. Rick and Mary will still be running the Renaissance Fair, Cosmic Kingdom, all those type of events, even into 2024. And then after that, maybe even continuing into the future. Then we'll go to some type of a request for proposal like we do at the golf course and some of our other amenities. But want to assure everyone in the public that all the things that you've come to enjoy here at Sleepy Hollow, all the events, the memories that you've created, those legacies will continue. So I'm going to stop talking for a moment here and introduce Supervisor Tom Hawkinsmith, who has been an advocate and a supporter of this all the way along, and we're happy to partner with them on this event.
Thank you, Rich, and thank you to the Polk County Conservation Board. You know, without their support and Rich and his staff, we wouldn't be here today. And I want to thank my colleagues on the Polk County Board of Supervisors. We passed a resolution approving this purchase this morning at our 9:30 a.m. board meeting. The tradition, the rich tradition of this sports park, to me, was so important to continue and maintain here on the east side of Des Moines and for all of central Iowa. You know, at the end of the day, it, you know, possibly could have been repurposed for something else. It was really the last thing that we wanted to see from the Polk County Board of Supervisors standpoint. We wanted to continue the tradition that Rick and Mary Flatt started here with winter recreational activities as well as other activities. So, you know, it took us a long time to get to this day. And everybody had a lot of patience to get here where we are, But what an exciting time. We are extremely excited about the opportunities here and to continue this into the future. You know, there's probably no one here, if any of you have children, that haven't been out here in the wintertime enjoying the tubing and the winter activities. And I never wanted to see that go away for this area. And Rick and Mary are wonderful people. They've done a great job. They started a really rich tradition here. And the Polk County Board of Supervisors are extremely excited to see this all continued and the rest of the activities that they've started here. So it was a natural fit for Polk County Conservation and the Polk County Board of Supervisors for this transaction that just happened today. With that, I'm going to invite Rick and Mary Flatt up to the podium, and thank you all so much for being here.
So I just want to start by saying we are extremely grateful that this process has reached the kind of conclusion that it has. We have been talking for a long time about how to conserve and protect, you know, a 76-acre facility inside the city of Des Moines, and we couldn't be more happy with the partnership of having a group has conservation in its name. So we're extremely excited about that. We're also extremely grateful. Mary and I have been kind of the front to this whole thing, but we have had so much help we had 98 people who believed in us from the very beginning of this journey. And we're excited that they will be sharing in the fruits of all of that as well. So and I cannot stress enough how much this woman next to me has meant to this whole process, and equal partner. It should probably be Mary and Rick Flatt by all counts. So, but we're just extremely grateful that this will continue, and we have the best steward possible for guiding it in the future.
Yeah, and expand. So.
Yeah, and we're excited that some of the things that are a little bit outside the mainstream, like our Renaissance Fair, which has become incredibly popular. I do my crazy research in the parking lot, and I was telling Tom that I had over 60 different county plates in our parking lot this weekend from people all over the state coming here, as well as 7 different states around the area. So we're excited that that will continue because it also has a rich tradition. It has a lot of vendors who have taken a real hard hit through the COVID thing, and we're excited that they'll continue to have an opportunity to be successful here at Sleepy Hollow.
As well as local performers.
Yeah. But Rich?
Yeah, we just said thank you.
And thanks to Rich and Tom for all of their work on this. It has been a process, but a pleasant one, and one that's been a true partnership. So
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay, with that, thank you all for being here today. And does anybody have any questions?
What made this place so attractive for you guys?
There's quite a few different reasons. So Polk County Conservation, we have a 3-pronged mission: outdoor recreation, environmental education, and preservation of natural resources. This fits all of those just perfectly. And especially in this area of the metro, we don't have anything like this within our repertoire. So adding this to our family of parks made it perfect sense.
I know the park was closed last winter. Are there plans to reopen for this coming winter in this pandemic?
That's a great question, and one that I think Rick can address.
Sure.
Yeah, our closure last winter was strictly due to COVID. So yeah, we're excited about having the tubing and sledding facility open for this winter. So.
If I'm somebody who wants to come out here, and I know that this is in the process, what will I see? What will my experience be? Will it be absolutely any different at all, or what?
Yeah, you won't see any changes for a while. So next year we'll be running around. We'll have engineers and designers and be doing that type of thing. We'll be doing fundraising, but otherwise all events will be as is. And then What's hoped is that in spring of 2023 is when the major construction will start taking place, when we're doing the new shower house and the campgrounds and things like that. But even with that, the events that happen here should be able to continue unimpeded. We might have to change parking areas and stuff like that, but all the events grounds and the things are going to continue as is.
And so I'll still be buying a ticket, or those things will continue also, even though the county owns it now?
Yeah, as far as those types of things, the pricing structures and everything else, they will continue under the current leadership until we have the transition, which will likely be later 2023 into 24.
And then after that, will the pricing structure change, or there will still be a ticket to be purchased, but it might be a lower price, or?
It could be. It'll be something that we consider. So when we at Polk County Conservation, let's just take, for example, the snowshoes and cross-country skis. We have those out at Juster Park right now. We price those in such a way that they're not cost prohibitive to families or lower income categories. We also have programs that people can apply for. The City of Des Moines does likewise, so that we don't want cost to be a factor. So when we go into programming with this transition, we'll be considering those same things. Yes, sir.
So why was the motivation, so good for the county? How does it appeal to Des Moines as a whole, and just the quality of life
Sure.
in general?
Absolutely. So, and you mentioned quality of life. This is a big thing we hear from the business community over and over again, is that we need amenities here that can help them recruit and retain good workforces. This is what people are looking for. A few months ago, we worked with the supervisors. We opened the Lordson Skate Park downtown, which has been a huge success by most measures. We also need things going on in the winter, fun things to do. So the outdoor recreation part of it, and while people are out here and they're skiing and snowboarding and everything else in the winter, they're not on their screens. Not that that's a terrible thing, but we like people outside. During COVID especially, the Polk County Board of Supervisors have been incredibly supportive. We've seen a 31% increase in the number of people in our parks and trails over the last year, largely driven by COVID. So we think that trend will continue.
This question is probably more for Rick and Mary, but would it be correct to say that the driving decision would be more because of, as you said, conservation of the land?
Well, when you reach that sixth decade of your life, which I haven't reached, I won't speak for Mary. I'm smarter than that. You start thinking about what the legacy is going to be, and what an amazing legacy, and that's what motivated us to try to make things work. Tom was instrumental in Hawkesmith in helping us, get to Rich and look at a way for this to continue. And I, quite frankly, didn't even know what Polk County Conservation's mission was until Tom directed us that way. So we're just so super excited that this will be able to continue and all the activities be enhanced, because there are very few areas like this in the country that have private ownership. It was made apparent to me at a national ski convention when everyone wondered how I owned my own land, how that was possible, to be able to take care of all of those responsibilities. And most ski areas in America are owned by park services, or lots of Hennepin County Park in Minnesota is a huge county activity run one. So is Great Bear and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's a trend because it is very difficult to be a for-profit business and to maintain this kind of land, and so we're just super excited that this was the right choice at the right time with the right people. It's hard to come up with anything that would probably ever match it. So once again, we just felt it was the right way to go.
Question for Rick.
Sure.
What has the park, owning the park over the past years and decades meant to you guys? Like you said, the legacy, what do you hope that to look like?
I'm not going to try to look at my daughter over here who learned how to ski here, became a ski instructor here, who worked here. We had another daughter who was here who was 12 years old who told a state official that she was in charge of the concession stand at 12. You know, we had to kind of correct that error. But it's been a family thing for us from the get-go. And it's been about other families too. So we've had students from every high school in central Iowa that's worked here, that's either maybe learned to snowboard here or to ski here, or they came here to hit baseballs for their softball team, or they got involved in acting through joining local entertainment groups for the Renaissance Fair. It's just been kind of a learning facility as much as it has been anything else for our family and so many other families. So that's another reason that we want to see this continue. So.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for showing up today. If you need more information, please reach out to any of us, and have a great day. Stay tuned for the future. Big things are coming to this place. Thank you.